locked in to the hottest station on the planet.
Resistance is futile. The revolution has begun.
You're listening to Rebelpreneur Radio, helping you break the rules and build the business you need for the life you want. And now, broadcasting his pirate signal
from somewhere beyond the status quo,
here's your host, best-selling author, marketing and media strategist, Ralph Brogden.
Hello and welcome to Rebelpreneur Radio. It's the show that helps you build the business you need so you can live the life you want. I'm Ralph Brogden. Well, if you are in business, you know that you need leads, you need clients, and you need sales, and you need them today, not next week, not next month, not next year, but you need to make money while you're making a difference so that you can continue to make a difference and make transformational differences and breakthroughs in the lives of the people that you help. So how do you do that? There's lots of marketing strategists, lots of different programs, lots of tools out there that say they can help, but today's guest is really an expert in this, and I am so happy to have her. Charlotte Howard is an authority in business development. She's a global speaker, a multiple best-selling author, and she teaches small businesses, women entrepreneurs, women executives, and women business owners how to build million-dollar businesses strategically. She's been called by the Information Marketing Association an information marketing genius, and she has shared her message in thousands of media outlets, including NBC, ABC, and Fox. Charlotte Howard, welcome to Rebelpreneur Radio.
Ralph, thank you so much for having me on.
I am so excited to have you and to really dig into your marketing expertise. And I know that you know what you're talking about because right there on your homepage, you have what we call an irresistible offer. And the headline says, I can find any business more than $10,000 in less than 45 minutes, guaranteed. I mean, that is a powerful, irresistible offer, Charlotte.
Thank you so much. I love that offer. It's been helping so many of my clients as well as prospective clients as well.
Well, it's really amazing. I want to hear more about how you do what you do. First, tell us how you got started in marketing and business development. What's your story?
Well, Ralph, I started off as a single mom hairstylist when I was actually 18 years old. I absolutely love helping people look and feel great inside and out. And of course, the icing on the cake is getting paid to definitely do it as well. So in this rewarding career, and of course, I wanted to go up the ranks. And so I became a salon manager and coach, where I would actually be coaching and mentoring hairstylists as well as other beauty industry professionals at these salons. And then my 10th year in the beauty industry, I actually found myself diagnosed with carpal tunnel syndrome after being overworked instead. And so that's what led me into this amazing career that I'm in right now, and really helping people to really find those hidden profits in their businesses, because not everyone is taking advantage of it. And I love sharing how they can actually do that as well.
Very exciting. So you're teaching small businesses. It sounds like you're working mostly with women entrepreneurs, women executives, women business owners, and you help them build $1 million businesses. So how do you do that? How do you go into a business and find $10,000 in less than 45 minutes?
Well, that is such a great question. And as I mentioned before, I want to give you an example. I had one of my hairstylist clients, Mary. She's actually owned a beauty salon, but she was struggling to keep her business open. I did a 10K and 45-minute business breakthrough to really help her to find those hidden profits. a lot of times, what happens is, businesses, they go out here and they begin marketing, but they don't know who their ideal clients and customers are. So what we did with Mary was actually start with her. She was one of these businesses that would not want to get out and start connecting with others. She was just more so to the point where she just wanted to dump her money into advertising without understanding clearly what her ideal clients and customers were actually looking for. Mm-hmm. So what we did was some strategic marketing concepts, such as doing some joint venturing strategically. Like she specifically, her business would specifically just do hairstyling for her clients. Primarily women was her target audience as well. And but she would have these clients that would be going to other nail salons to get their nails done. So I suggested to Mary to then create a strategic partnership with the nail salon, so that the nail salon is now referring her business to her beauty salon. And so she's referring then business to the nail salon, where the strategic partnership would be, generating, of course, 10% of the revenue of per client that she was actually recommended, and vice versa. So a lot of times, something as simple as creating that strategic partnership with a complementary business would allow you to then create that passive income stream. And you can do this, of course, with restaurants and movie theaters. And, of course, the list goes on, just to share that with all of you. And, Ralph, I know you definitely understand how this works as well.
Absolutely. And it's really refreshing to hear someone talking about this, because it reminds me of my mentor, Jay Abraham, and that's what he's always talking about. You've heard of Jay, haven't you?
Absolutely amazing. It's just so many great books and everything.
Yeah.
Jay has, he's amazing.
Yeah. So great minds think alike, and you are actually out there putting together strategic alliances, helping businesses find those hidden profits, maximizing and leveraging their income, their time, their hidden assets, secret wealth. And so it's really, really refreshing to see someone who knows how to go in and turn a business around. And maybe they're struggling and they think that they don't have any value, or they're doing about as good as they can. But you go in and really show them what they're overlooking and help them to become profitable again.
Absolutely. And thank you so much for that. It really helps, like you and I, before we got on here, we were talking about systems. And it's so key that businesses definitely have systems in place, because they can get so many more things done. And it's like they can get dramatically increase their results at the same time if they have the right team and systems and things like that in place. And so that's what I absolutely love doing.
Awesome. So as I have experts that come in, especially someone like you who has worked with so many different businesses, so many different industries all over the world, I always like to zone in on what you think the biggest problem is. What is the biggest obstacle you see when you're helping the business owners that you're trying to help? What is the one thing that keeps coming up over and over again as a problem?
Yeah, so one of the biggest problems I would say is that they're not capitalizing on that revenue generating power. A lot of times, if they're not capitalizing on it, then they can't go out and begin even doing any type of paid advertising, because they're just really tapped out with money that they can't even move forward. Now, there are a ton of different free methods that you can utilize to, of course, be generating some income strategically, of course, but you have to know how to go about doing that. And so that's one of the biggest problems that I see. And then another, of course, is they're going out and they're putting the advertising and paying for the paid advertising, but they don't have that clarity. Like I mentioned before with Mary, she didn't have clarity in her business. She was out pretty much just marketing and didn't have a clear understanding of what that she wanted to attract to her business, client-wise or customer-wise. And she wound up losing thousands of dollars because she wasn't clear on that. And so I would definitely say that it's important to nail that for sure.
Yeah, I see that when businesses don't have an understanding of marketing and advertising, they tend to buy things that really don't make sense. Like get their name on the park bench or something, and they think that they're going to get all of these customers by just buying up all these advertising. But you really have to have a strategy. You really have to have a kind of a basic understanding of what you're trying to accomplish and to be able to measure what you're doing to see what's working, right?
Yes, absolutely. And it's great that you brought up measure, because if you don't have the right systems in place, it's kind of hard for you to measure how you're going to get those results. And you definitely have to be tracking. So that's a great point, Ralph. You definitely understand for sure.
Well, and then going back to the opening of what we talked about, creating a business breakthrough and helping people to increase their leads, get more clients, and generate more sales today. What are the 1, 2, or 3 things that they need to be focusing on? What are the simple steps, at least the basic steps, that they need to start doing to make that happen in a big way?
Yes, thank you for that question. And it goes back to making sure that you definitely want to make sure that you are clear on who your ideal clients and customers are. Once you nail that, of course, you're going to be saving a ton of money and time. But then I would suggest building relationships with your current clients and customers that you already have, because a lot of times they will begin recommending, creating referrals, and also just you'll have that passive stream of people coming in via word of mouth. And then, of course, just get out there, start strategically networking with the people who actually already serve your audience, because that's definitely key, because you're, of course, adding value to what they are already doing as well. If you can create a platform where you're adding more value to someone that's already tapping into the audience. Like, for instance, Ralph, he has me on his show. I want each and every one of you to definitely tap into the expertise that we're sharing, but also the other experts that he has on his show. You want to make sure you, you never know. You never know who's listening and who can actually benefit from what any of the experts that Ralph has on his show is definitely going to be able to help you or your client that you're actually working with at the same time.
Yeah, so it's really, the idea of a business owner just kind of sitting in their basement and making money over the internet and never interacting with anyone, never building relationships, never adding value beyond taking value and trying to sell stuff. That kind of a self-centered approach really isn't going to generate the business that it's capable of, unless we get out of that isolationist mentality. Do you agree with that?
I agree. I definitely agree with that. And you know, a lot of people, they don't want to get out of their comfort zone, but I always say you have to get uncomfortable if you want to be comfortable. You got to get uncomfortable, and don't be afraid to take that step. You know, fear just holds so many people back, but being surrounded by people like you, Ralph, and all of the experts that you have on your show is going to be really crucial. You know, even local businesses that you're connecting with at the same time. For those of you who want to tap into the local market, you know, get out there and start building relationships, because you never know what can definitely happen.
Absolutely. I agree 100%. How do you work, and how would someone working with you really improve their chances for success, as opposed to trying to figure all of this marketing stuff out by themselves?
Well, that's a great question. I work with clients, of course, like 99% of my clients usually come from the internet. What I usually do, of course, is build a relationship, because I like to know no matter what city or country I'm in, I like to meet with people locally. I do it, you know, virtually and in person, you know, whether it's at an event or something like that. You know, working with me will definitely help people to dramatically increase, you know, their business bottom line. I want to go back to Mary's example, because if she didn't have that clarity on her ideal clients and customers, she wanted to really attract her business. You know, she would, you know, keep missing out on the hidden profits that she was able to create. As well with working with me. In addition to that, once she had that clarity, she was able to keep her business from closing, because she was at that point where if she didn't get something to work, you know, strategically, you know, tactical marketing doesn't work unless the client is going through that buyer journey, and that's a whole nother topic, Ralph. But I definitely know that strategic marketing is what's working now, and it's been definitely working for years and years to come for all of the people that are having successful businesses, all the people that are building six-figure plus businesses, $1 million businesses, from corporations to small businesses. All of them have strategic marketing in place, and you have to have that in place if you want to succeed in business, for sure.
I agree 100%. And, you know, the thing about clarity, if you don't have it, it's kind of hard to get it yourself. I mean, that's kind of the whole point. It's hard to pull yourself up by your own shoelaces. And, you know, the idea of not reaching out, I'm going to figure it out myself. That's kind of like the blind leading the blind. You need the outside perspective. You need someone else's vision. And they can help you get clarity a lot faster. Maybe you can figure it out yourself, but maybe it's going to take 3 or 4 times more energy, more money, more time. And maybe you don't have that kind of energy, money, or time to take or to invest in something that you need results a lot faster than that. So I think this is really something that we need to pay attention to, and just get out of this mindset that I can figure it out myself, that I'm just going to pioneer and go out there and just keep chipping away at it until I can figure it out on my own. Instead, we need to leverage these relationships and bring in people who are really good at what they do, like Charlotte, who's got the energy, and she can see the things that you can't see in your business.
Absolutely. I agree, Ralph. And, I was that person who tried to figure it out myself, but it wasn't until I got a coach. And like you said, having someone look at your business from a different perspective, having different marketing experts, we all have different, coaches and experts that can really help us see things from a different perspective that you can't just see from your own eyes.
Yeah.
And that's what separates the successful business owners and entrepreneurs from those who are, non-successful as well, because they realize that they cannot do it by themselves. And so definitely, you definitely want to make sure that you're tapping into all of your resources and joint venture partnerships and things like that as well.
Well, here's a way to think about it. And being a hairstylist in your previous adventures, you will appreciate this. I always say, yeah, I can give myself a haircut, right? And for ladies, they could probably style their own hair. However, they're probably not going to be happy with the result trying to do it on their self. Because you can't see the back of your own head. You don't know what you look like on the outside. That's why you go to a stylist. You get an objective outside party to look at you and say, here's what we need to do. Right?
Yes, absolutely. And Ralph, what I love too about when you get someone else to do your hair, it's like you feel great just because you got it done. It's like your confidence level.
Yes.
In business, you're getting results from what your coach or a mentor is definitely showing you what would actually work, and you're getting the results. It's like that breakthrough moment. I know I love getting my hair done, Ralph, and I know you do as well. And it's just a great sense of relief, just knowing that, I'm getting my hair done and I'm going to feel great after.
That's right.
That happened.
Yeah. And you don't go around saying, well, I'm a stylist, so I should be able to style my own hair. No, you still go to a stylist and you have someone else to work on your head. So even if you know all about your coaching and whatever your area of expertise is in, you still benefit from having someone on the outside. So whether it's a coach, a mentor, a partner, a peer coach, a support group, whatever it takes, get an outside opinion. Stop trying to do everything yourself. And if you'll do that, I think you'll really begin to create the kind of breakthroughs that you just aren't able to create by yourself. Not in time for it to do any good anyway. Well, Charlotte,
yes.
our time is getting away from us, but before I let you go, I want to ask, what are you working on right now that's got you really excited that you'd like to share with our listeners?
Thank you so much, Ralph. This year, I'm hosting the Wealthy Women Growth Conference in beautiful Charleston, South Carolina. Of course, it's limited to 50 women, and it's designed to really help women to create the systems, teams, and partnerships that they need to build a six-figure plus business doing what they love. Of course, that's the theme. For those of you who definitely want to learn more about it, you can go to www.wealthywomengrowthcon.com. I'm super excited about it. Of course, we'll be hosting these events on a yearly basis, but I hope to see some of you amazing women there.
Awesome. And now, although men are not invited to the Wealthy Women Growth Con for obvious reasons, you do work with men, right?
Yes, I do, Ralph. And in fact, we have some events that will be coming up where women and men will actually be a part of our Wealthy Women Inner Circle events that we are having right now. We're just focusing on our yearly Wealthy Women Growth Con, and we have our small chapter meetings for women exclusively as well. But because we've had such a big request from the guys, we're like, okay, we're gonna make sure we start hosting some events where you can definitely attend as well. So we'll be actually doing that, more of that actually next year as well. So lots of events that will be happening for sure.
Excellent. You've got a lot of good stuff going on, and you've also got a resource that I want to make sure we share with our audience when they go to IamCharlotteHoward.com. Tell us a little bit about what you have available there on your homepage.
Yes, absolutely. So we talked about the 10K in 45 minutes. What we will actually be doing, when you download that book, you will actually get access to how I actually go about helping you to find those hidden profits, and so that you can start implementing them right now today, so that you can start dramatically increasing your revenue bottom line as well.
Excellent. And so that website, and we'll have the link on the Rebelpreneur website as well. It's IamCharlotteHoward.com. So go check that out. And the other is WealthyWomenGrowthCon.com. If you want to check out that Wealthy Women Growth Conference for women in Charleston, South Carolina. So, Charlotte, this has really been a great experience, a great connection. Your passion, your energy for what you do is very apparent, and I think you are a gift. Thank you so much. Any final thoughts or words of wisdom that you would like to leave our listeners with?
Well, thank you. I have to thank you again, Ralph, for allowing me the opportunity to be on here. And I want to thank everyone for listening and also resharing this. I want you to remember also why you started your business, and don't give up. That's my final words. Just make sure that you do not give up, and keep moving forward. You're doing this for a reason.
Excellent, excellent. Words of wisdom and motivation from Charlotte Howard. She is a leading authority in business development. She's a global speaker, a multiple best-selling author, and she teaches small businesses how to build a $1 million business strategically. If you want to find out more and download that free resource, go to IamCharlotteHoward.com. Charlotte, it's been a real pleasure to get to know you. Thanks so much for being on Rebelpreneur Radio today. I really appreciate it.
Thank you so much, Ralph, again for the opportunity. I appreciate you.
You've been listening to Rebelpreneur Radio with Ralph Brogden. Download the show notes and much more at rebelpreneur.com.